Boom! I'm in the room. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to live awesome quiz. Oh no! Why did that happen there? Hang on, I've got to shut out. Oh, that's it. One of the monitors has kicked off. Shouldn't have done that. Well, good evening. Who's out there? Let's see who's there. Where you're watching from? Just say hi in the chat box. And evening, Corinne. How you doing? Welcome. This is a general knowledge quiz today, so it should be fun. Look, I've got different cameras. Got one up here, and then I've got one over here. just because I can. Well, hopefully the internet's now sorted out. I had an engineer come in on Monday to sort it out. He's played with it. He's changed a what's name, a doobly thingy me bob, and it looks as though it's settled down to what it should be. Fingers crossed that we get through tonight without too much trouble. So, what have you been up to? Anything good? Oh, a big shout out to my old mate Graham, who has joined the retired types today. His first day of retirement. Check him out. He's probably celebrating tonight, so he probably won't pop in. But anybody out there? Yeah, we've got a few watching. So have your pen and your bit of paper ready? All you need to do is make a note of your answer as I go through with the questions, and then I'll give you the answers. And all you need to do is pop your score, just your score, in the chat box. You don't need to put the answers in as we go through, because I'll give you the answers. Besides, you don't want to make yourself look a fool if you get it wrong. So, we work on honesty. There's a massive prize at stake for this one. And I'll give you the prize at the end. So, no cheating, mind. No using Google on the way through. So, yeah, what a day. Oh, I've been busy today. I was dog sitting this morning. Boy, the Duchess, she went off to a funeral. And then she came back from the funeral to dog sit. And then I went off to the wake. So it was a friend of ours that passed away just after Christmas, or just into the new year. In fact, two people on the same day in the same road died that we know both. So sad times. What else do we know? Yeah, what else have I been up to? Yeah, so I had to come back from the wake. When I got back, I did an interview, and that interview will be posted up on the other channel and on the podcast apps on Sunday. A doctor from New York, and she tells her story, her life story, and she's written 3 books. So, fascinating little chat. What else is going on? Buns and banter tomorrow, and then across to Portsmouth for the drop-in centre at the Veterans Outreach Support. So hopefully I'll be able to touch base with a few people on that. What else is going on? Yeah, Thursday. This Thursday, not quite sure what's going to happen with the everyday conversations regarding mental health. However, having said that, I've got a few people lined up for the next few weeks. So we're getting new people coming in, talking about different aspects of mental health all the time. So next week I've got somebody coming on. So we'll be looking at a different aspect of mental health and trying to destigmatise it, obviously, and bring it into everyday conversations to normalise it. That's what we're trying to do with the old everyday conversations regarding mental health. So, what do we know? What do we know? Right, shall we start piling into le quiz? Are you ready? Is everybody ready? There's a few people out there watching, so if you can give us a quick thumbs up and say hi in the chat box, hopefully we'll be able to see you in the chat box. Because we're just going out on YouTube. This is just on YouTube, and if it's your first time here, hit the old subscribe button. If you click the bell icon and click all, you get notified when I go live. But it's fairly easy. You just need to set an alarm every week for Tuesday at 8 o'clock. We go live with a quiz, and Thursday at 7 o'clock we go live with the everyday conversations regarding mental health. So hopefully, I think looking at this, my sound quality should be good today. I've got my mic all set out. Evening, Catherine. Are you well? Are you guys all geared up for tonight's quiz? Is Steph gone to bed yet? Just have a quick swig of that. That's me coffee, just to keep the old larynxes going. Right. Shall we start? We're all here. Excellent. Team effort then. Right. So, without too much further ado, just have a quick look at the chat. Boom. There you are. All in the chat. So that's working. We've had a few clicks on the like button. So, excellent. I'm awake just. Excellent. Brilliant. All right. Let's rattle through it. Shall we get going? So, the first question then. Question number 1. What was the former name of Ho Chi Minh City? Old Hanoi Jane, remember her? Ho Chi Minh City. What was its former name? Only night she stays up after 7. Excellent. Thank you for taking part. It means a lot. And obviously there's that massive prize that money just cannot buy. Do you like do you like the screen up there? Look, I can look up and talk to you up there. So there you go. Question 1, what was the former name of Ho Chi Minh City? Question 2, the term rope-a-dope is from what sport? Look, I've got this other camera over here. So the term rope-a-dope is from what sport? Question 3. In legend, what was the name of King Arthur's castle? Fairly easy tonight, I think. Fairly easy. So in legend, what was King Arthur's castle? The name of King Arthur's castle. Old Guinevere was there, wasn't she? The knights had a round table. So, question 4. What is the process of splitting atoms called? Splitters. Yeah, so what is the process of splitting atoms called? Well, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. Question 5. The Venetian island of Murano is particularly associated with the manufacture of what product? I hope I've pronounced that right. In fact, I've got a couple of questions tonight where I'm going to be struggling with the pronunciation. Again. So, the Venetian island of Murano is particularly associated with the manufacture of which product? Question 6. Oh, the male side of a family tree is known as what? It's a good one, isn't it? If you're on Ancestry, you might have an idea. Here, get a load of this. Saturday night, yours truly was the president over a Burns night supper. Now, some people were wondering why a Sassenach, as I, was presiding over a Burns night supper, which is quintessentially a Scottish event. Well, according to my DNA, I got 35% Scots in me. Yeah, 35% Scots. Who thought? There you go. Just a useless bit of information, but I had my skirt on and everything. It was a really good evening. I got some fantastic feedback saying it was brilliant. The food was good as well. Question 7. How many books are there in a trilogy? A trilogy. That's a fairly easy one. So, question 7. How many books are there in a trilogy? Question 8. What is the art of beautiful handwriting called? Another swig of coffee. What is the art of beautiful handwriting called? The Duchess does it. She's got quite a good hand. Me, it's a bit like a spider's got ink on its feet and wandered across the page. Question 9, scrum half question. The basic ingredients of a ploughman's lunch are bread and what? There you go. The basic ingredients of a ploughman's lunch are bread and what? Bend over and fill the cavity. You're not funny, you're not clever. I'll just put that up there. Good evening, Keith. Oh, very funny. So, 10. Oh, what is the feeling of having experienced something before known as? Yes. That's a good question, isn't it? What is the feeling of having experienced something before known as? Right, no mucking about tonight. Straight into some answers. Please can you read 4 and 5? Okay, stand by. 4. Oh, bugger, I've just given you the answer. What is the process of splitting atoms called? You called me out, didn't you? You saucy minx. And question 5. The Venetian island of Murano is particularly associated with the manufacture of which product? Got it? Right. Answers. Question 1. Saigon. Miss Saigon. Hanoi Jane and all that, wasn't it? Have you seen Miss Saigon? It's great. It's a little bit American, but it's all right. It's a great play. Musical, in fact, rather than play. Musical. So if you've got Saigon, you know what to do. A point and a thumbs up. Question 2. The old Mark was at Queensbury, innit? Boxing. Rope on a dope. How they got that, I don't know. Dope on a rope. It's the other one. I had to be careful when I read that out. So, yeah, we've got boxing, the old point and the thumbs. Question 3. Camelot. It's the same as the old lottery, isn't it? Mind you, I don't think Camelot still do it, do they? I think they flogged it off or something. They did something anyway. So if you've got Camelot, you know what to do. 4. Fission. That's how you split an atom. Fission. It also creates an awful lot of heat and can make a rather large bang. So if you've got fission, you're on to a winner. Question 5. Glass. Yep. So have you seen the glass clowns and stuff like that? They make a lot of glass in Venice. Well, it's a little island off of Venice, but yeah, it's part of that Venice area. So if you've got glass, you're in. Bosh, point, etc. 6. Spear. Yeah. Is it paternal or maternal? But it's a spear. Don't know why they call it a spear, but they do. That's the answer. Not arguing with you. That's what was in the book. So, you know what to do. Question 7. 3 is a trilogy. So if you've got 3, whether it is 3 or you've done a 3, give yourself a point. That's what trilogy. Bit of a giveaway, isn't it? Question 8. Calligraphy. Yes. The Duchess is really good at it. Learned it from her father, I believe. So I've got calligraphy and all that. Question 9. Cheese. Could be any sort of cheese, but normally cheddar, not Wensleydale. Where we go next? Last one. Question 10. Cool, deja vu. Fairly easy one, deja vu, wasn't it? I think I've been here before. God, I've got a feeling the deja vu. Got a feeling the deja vu. I think we've done this before. So there you go. Add your scores up. Pop them in the doobly what's it thingy bob. 8 out of 10. Well done, Corinne. You have done exceptionally well. So we're off to a flying start. How did everybody else do? Nick, how did you do? Oh. Okay, don't take that long to add your scores up. Okay, we've got a lot to get through tonight. There's 1,000 questions. But at least the internet at the moment is holding up. So we keep our fingers crossed. 6 out of 10, 6 out of 10. That's not bad going. Excellent. That's well over 50%. God, might have known. 10 out of 10. Well done, Nick. Right then, shall we? Why is it not shut up down here? Well, it has. Shall we dive into round 2 and see how we get on with that lot? So I think there's a couple of tricky questions in here, tongue twisters. Well, either tongue twisters or my dyslexia. Take your pick. So here we go. You've all done really well in that round. So your general knowledge is quite good. Right, stand by. Question 11. Or as they say in Norway, 11. In 1946, Louis Hurd designed which article of clothing? Yes. 1946. Louis Hurd designed which article of clothing? 12. Oh, a royal flush is the best hand you can achieve in which game? Bit of a flush. Ooh. So, question 12. A royal flush is the best hand you can achieve in which game? 13. Oh, what type of fish is called a kipper? Could also be known as a bloater. So kipper or bloater. What type of fish or what fish family does it come from? Another fairly easy one. Question 14. How many Russian cosmonauts have walked on the moon? Yuri Gagarin was the first one up there. How's your coffee done? If I get a bit croaky now, it's because I haven't got another drink left. So, how many Russian cosmonauts have walked on the moon? Question 15. Here we go, tongue twister. What is the name of the sacred river in the poem Kalua Khan? Kalua Khan? Something like that. So it's something like that. So, question 15. What is the name of the sacred river in the poem Kalua Khan? Question 16. What is a horse's height measured in? That's another fairly easy one. What is a horse's height measured in? Question 17. The tuba is the largest and lowest member of which musical family? Boom, 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 boom. You know, it's a huge great thing, the tuba. You need to be fairly big and stout to be able to carry a tuba. So, the tuba is the largest and lowest member of which musical family? Question 18. Oh, which 3 times Academy Award winning actress won her first Oscar in 1980 for Kramer versus Kramer? That'll test the grey scale, the grey matter a bit, won't it? In fact, that was the same year Corinne was born. My little German, born in Berlin, 1980. So long ago. Was it 80 or 82? Yeah, it was 80. I'm sure she was born in 1980. Must have been. So, which 3 times Academy Award winning actress won her first Oscar in 1980 for Kramer versus Kramer? 19. Oh. Who wrote the play She Stoops to Conquer and the novel The Vicar of Wakefield? Oh, that's a tough one. There are some tough ones in here, you know. So who wrote the play She Stoops to Conquer and the novel The Vicar of Wakefield? And the last question in this round, 20. In which 1897 battle did Nelson lose his right arm? So, question 20. In which 1797 battle did Lord Nelson lose his right arm? I don't think he was the Lord at that stage. I think he was just a midshipman or a little lieutenant, a lieutenant of some sort. Because his big battle was in 1805 at Trafalgar. So, retard in the surname of the first question. Don't understand the question. Right. Okay. Answers. Here they come. Answer to question 11. It was a bikini. You girls should have known that. A bikini. Does it? Are you sure? You could still, as far as I'm aware, possibly get a German passport. If you wanted. Possibly, maybe. So, did you get bikini? Not a mankini, a bikini. Question 12. Poker. Royal flush in poker is the best hand you can get. Wins. What about if you get 2 royal flushes? How do they sort out the winner there? Got 2 people with the same hand. Was one of them cheated? Not necessarily. Anyway, so we've got poker, the old point, and thumbs up. 13. Herrings, of course. Bloater, herring, kipper, herring. It's the herring family. Now, the herrings almost got fished to extinction in the North Sea. Still get the odd herring now and then, or the odd kipper. Don't mind a kipper for breakfast sometimes. It's different. So we've got herring, boom, boom. What's next? 14. Of course, there've been quite a few gone up, but none of them have gone onto the moon. So Russians don't generally land on the moon. They got that International Space Station they quite like, but yeah, none have walked on the moon. So if you've got none, give yourself a point. 15. Alp. The River Alp. I wouldn't have known that. But if you did, give yourself a point. 16. Hands. Yeah, you measure them in hands. That's how you measure an oss, by hands. 17 hands is quite a big nag. 17. Brass. Yes, it's not a woodwind, is it? It's a brass family. Boom, 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 boom. Yes. So we've got brass, the old point and all the rest of it. 18. Meryl Streep, of course it was. If you got the old Meryl Streep, give yourself a point. What else did she get an Oscar for? Certainly wasn't for Mamma Mia, was it? Yeah, she should give up her day job to go singing, that's for sure. They was because what's his name? Piers Brosnan. Yeah, he can't sing for toffee, can he? God, there was some real awful singing that in Mamma Mia. God, what a terrible film that was. Question 19. Oliver Goldsmith. The Vicar of Wakefield. Oliver Goldsmith. Never heard of him. I wouldn't have got that one right either. And the last one in this round. The Battle of Santa Cruz de Tenerife. That's where old Nelson lost his right arm. I think, was it just below the elbow? So if you've got Battle of Santa Cruz de Tenerife, give yourself the old point. So, how are we doing with the scores? Let's have a look. Pop your scores in the chat box. Well done, Nick. 7 out of 10. You're doing well. You're doing well. That was a difficult round. 3 out of 10. Oops. Slipped slightly. Never mind. You can't win them all. But you're all doing well. 4 out of 10. Yeah, that was a tough round. I think the next round's going to be maybe a little bit easier. There's 1 or 2 tricky ones in there, I think. But the next round is going to be okay. So who else we got? Anybody else in there watching? Dun, dun, dun. Anybody else want to pop their score into the chat before we move on? We're doing well tonight. I'm getting the pace right. Is the pace? Do you think the pace is about right? What do you reckon? Have I got the pacing about right tonight? Is it okay? Am I too slow, too quick? Let me know. Give us a thumbs up if you haven't. You can also give hearts and stuff like that. Did you know you could do hearts and other things? Right. Are you ready for the last round? That's my best Scottish accent. I didn't do a Scottish accent to be washed dance. Right, here we go. Stand by. We are into the last round. Solar arts coming my way. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Right, stand by. This question, right, 21, is the replacement scrum half. Here we go. Right, trying to pronounce this. In ancient Rome, the plebeians were the common people who were the nobility. I think that's how you pronounce it. Plebeians. Load of plebs. Oi, you plebs. Do you think it's plebs? Plebarians? I said they was difficult. 22. What does a hair-shoot person have a lot of? Hair-shoot. I think that's how you pronounce it. Well, I hope so anyway. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Yes. Okay, right. Hello, what's going on here? Oh, no. I think I might have cocked up with some numbers. Let's see what happens. That was 22. Oh, yeah, it's all right. Don't worry. Question 23. Who said, I never forget a face, but in your case, I'll make an exception? (23) Who said, I never forget a face, but in your case, I'll make an exception? There's a little hint. 24. What name is given to the inner tower of a castle? It's a fairly easy one, I think. What name is given to the inner tower of a castle? (25) Letter of the Greek alphabet. See, some of them are fairly easy. What is the first letter of the Greek alphabet? 26. Kirkaya, I think that's how you pronounce it. Kirkaya is the Greek name for which island? You might just have a guess at this one. Kirkaya is the Greek name for which island? I'm rubbish at pronunciation. 27. Oh, what kind of animal is a Flemish giant? What kind of animal is a Flemish giant? Question 28. Mount Rushmore is located in which US state? You know Mount Rushmore? All them knocked holes and faces all over the mountains. So question 28. Mount Rushmore is located in which US state? Penultimate question. Oh. Born in 1935, what was the first name of Italian operatic tenor Pavarotti? What was? Has he died? So he'd be about what? 80 odd? You're all fuzzy? You're now all fuzzy? What do you mean I'm all fuzzy? Shouldn't be. The internet's been stable all the way through. Just let it settle down, see what happens. Born in 1935, what was the first name of Italian operatic tenor Pavarotti? And the last question, question 30. What is the German equivalent of the word Mr.? Should be a fairly easy one. Thank you. It must be your internet that just faltered slightly, because Steph can see me clearly. I can see clearly now. The rain has gone. So, right. Here we go then. Are you ready for the last set of answers? Stand by then. Replacement scrum half. The partitions. I think that's how you pronounce it. In ancient Rome, the plebs were the commoners and the nobility were the Parisians. I think that's how you say it. Parisians. So if you've got anything similar to that, I'll let you have it. Point. Thumbs up. Point. 22. Hair. God, blimey. Hair shooting. Hair shoot. Hairy person. That's not bad. That could have been a good guess. So yeah, I know you're pointing and thumbs up and all that. 23. Groucho Marx. I'll never forget a face, but I'm making an exception in yours. Groucho Marx. If you've got Groucho Marx, give yourself the point. 24. Of course. In the tower of the castle is a keep. Not a moat, a keep. So the Tower of London's got a big keep. Right in the middle. The White Tower. 25. Alpha. Of course it is. First letter of the Greek alphabet is Alpha. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie. Delta? No. Alpha, Beta, isn't it? Alpha, Beta. I don't know. 26. Corfu. Yep. That's the name that they give that island. Corfu. I don't speak Greek. My cousin does, but I don't. So we've got Corfu. A point. 27. Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. A Flemish giant. Rabbit. Cool. Fancy having one of them for the plate. For the pot. Yeah. I wonder how fast they can run, rabbit. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit. Run, run, run. Yeah, so we've got rabbit as a Flemish giant. Give yourself the old point. 28. Oh, South Dakota. Mount Rushmore is in South Dakota. In the Black Hills of Dakota. So, we've got South Dakota. Give yourself a point. If you've got Dakota, maybe half a point. Because you've got North Dakota as well, haven't you? 29. Luciano Pavarotti. So if you've got Luciano, the older point. And a thumbs up. And the last answer. Hair. Hair Mayor. Hair heel. Hair vest. So, all you've got to do now is add up your scores for that round and then add up all your scores and pop it in the chat to see how well you did. And Did you enjoy it? 5 out of 10. That's good, 50%. I mean, they were some cheeky little questions. That's good. 25 out of 30. That's pretty good going, I think. I think you've done exceptionally well. 16 out of 30. That's 50%. That's over 50%. Yep, 50%. Steph, you're doing well. Are you ready for your bed now? Oh, look, we're finishing early tonight. It's only 1:45. Blimey, I've rattled through them. I could have done another 5 questions. 15 out of 30? Yep. Well done, everybody. So, did you like this type of quiz? Good night, Steph. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And see you Thursday or next week. Thursday should be quite a good one, I think. If I can get something sorted out. To try and sort something out. Yes. And you can always buy me a coffee. Never complain about buying a coffee. If you've not, well, you've been here before, so you're happy to subscribe to the channel. Excellent. We've got 10 people in tonight. So, for those that haven't clicked the old thumbs up, you can click the thumbs up. Because 8 people have clicked the thumbs up and we've got 10 in at the moment. That's all I can see. So, don't forget, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon so you know when we go live. And there you go. I've even got a QR code. There's even a QR code for buying me a coffee. So, Nick, tomorrow there's the Buns and Banter at Lee. And then afterwards, there's across to, what's it? Hi, JD. I think you're late, mate. I'm in. Yeah, so that's what we've got on tomorrow. Across for the drop-in over at Voss. Don't know whether you'll be able to pop across. How's things going on down the museum? Are we doing well down there? Must have a touch base. Must have a touch base at some stage in a not too distant. What else we got going on? So we've got a new person there, JD. JD. Corinne wrote that. I've been here since the start. Oh, right. Excellent. How did you do? What was your final score? What was your final score? Or was you helping? Ah, it's Jay. Ah, were you helping out with Corinne then? We are in talks with the MP tomorrow. Oh, young Caroline, is it? Excellent. Give her my regards. Yes, please give her my regards. Right, I think we should, I did help and I got it. Right, I am going to say good night. Oh, prize. Everybody gets it. It's my undying gratitude for taking part in the quiz. That is something that money just cannot buy. Thank you, everybody, for taking part. It's great. Yeah, I got 15 out of 16. Pretty good going. Pretty good going. So, until next week will be another general knowledge quiz. Thursday will be everyday conversations regarding mental health. And This Sunday I have a Ordinary People's Extraordinary Stories going up on the YouTube and the podcast, which I recorded today, which is a good one. So until next week, or if you'd like to join me Thursday, feel free. We're coming again live from the Hill Manor. I shall catch all you good people soon. So, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.